This is what happened to me once. You want to hear a sex story?
Sure.
I went to a strip bar at noon. So I was sitting there drinking a beer. No one there.
How was the vibe? Yeah, flat.
No one there except the stripper. So the stripper, she's dancing for. I mean, it's
But you can hear the sound of her shoes on the floor. It's grim. It's real.
So she's talking to me because it's too embarrassing not to. And then between songs, I'm buying her $12 beers and so forth. And it's about 1 o'clock. This is in Winnipeg, Canada, 40 below, very cold. And she says, "Let's go have sex."
Lovely. Best possible outcome.
Yeah. So I say, fine and dandy. Now, I'm living with a girl, though. So I say, well, I can't do that.
There.
So what about you? Oh, she's living with a guy.
Oh.
And it doesn't matter what color he is, but...
No, it doesn't.
No. But it was a frightening color.
Really? It's a colour with connotations to you, a man that grew up in rural Canada.
Exactly. And I'd never seen that color.
What was he?
A
jagged purple man.
A
zebra creature.
He was an Indian.
Well, they're very peaceful folk. I mean, prejudicially.
Yeah, if they're not holding a tomahawk. So I'm scared, So she's like, "But let's go in the parking lot where I have a Trans Am." This is how old I am.
It's odd because it's both sort of desperate but somehow glamorous.
Yes, it seems sort of sexy. But it was 40 below. So we get out there. Now she's wearing a big, giant parka with a hood.
She's a different woman now.
Yes, now her body, you can't see it. So we get in the blinding sun of Winnipeg, the whiteness of the snowbanks. And we're in the inner Trans Am.
It's about 1 o'clock now.
Yes.
In the afternoon.
About 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. And we're in the Trans Am, and she puts her head down on my bag thing, Now, I can't even, all I see is a big hood. I don't even know if it's a lady. I'm trying to do my best. I'm trying to remember what she looked like 20 minutes ago.
Trying to conjure up the recent memory of a sexual thrill.
Yeah.
While sex is happening.
Yeah. While sex is happening. It was like my cock was being sucked, but I had no idea.
It's like an Arctic experience. It was like Empire Strikes Back, Hoth Battle Gear blowjob. Like when they're in the snow plains, what value is the fellatio?
I've never seen those films.
You've got to see the Star Wars films, Norman. They're an important part of your culture.
I saw one, and then everybody made fun of it, and I was like, I thought it was the greatest thing I ever saw. It was the one that everybody made fun of Jar Jar Banks. Jar Jar Banks.
You were out of alignment. You were out of alignment
fish
with the
were eating other
view.
fish. It was amazing. Hey, Life of Pi, though. What do you think of that?
I don't know. I mean, it seems nice. I don't know. So I was tired that night. Listen, I want to say that thing you're describing about that lady in that, in
Camaro,
that
parka.
Trans Am.
Yeah, parka in a Trans Am. Glamorous naked, then a layer of unglamour, then the Trans Am glamour, then the cold snow, not glamour. It was sort of like Russian dolls of alternating
ideas. It had a MC Escher vibe.
Yes, it was like an Escher, an endless spiral, a repeating image, devouring consciousness. But Norm, that thing, the phenomenon you're describing, I call air stewardess syndrome, where you're talking to an air stewardess. It's not on a domestic American flight, where it's the aged come shuffling towards you with a fistful of crap. No, it's like a transatlantic flight where the stewardesses still retain some sort of, hey, it's the 60s style glamour. You chat them up. They come to your hotel later, but they're no longer the glorious creatures that were pottering up and down them aisles, all sort of trim and twinkly and providers. They're now wearing sort of velour or things like you've described.
I see, right.
It's a real breakdown.
Right.
So I think what we have to analyse is our expectations and the psychological component. What are we looking for in these fleeting sexual encounters, be it in a Trans Am or in an aeroplane?
Well, I thought we were just looking for that 4-second issue.
It's amazing, that 4-second issue, for that 4 seconds, all of that effort, all of that. And look at the disparity between the two selves. Me, either side of the orgasmic canyon, I'm a different man. Before I come, I'm a mighty
You're Superman.
Dragon Lord. I'll do anything in that situation. But like the other side of
Clark Kent.
I'm Clark Kent. I think that those two people, me before sex and after sex, if they were actually two different individuals, they wouldn't be able to live in the same house. But they've got to live in the same head. So how can we survive with this dichotomy, Norm?
That is very interesting. You know where I noticed that? What do you call the syndrome?
Air stewardess syndrome.
I see that air stewardess syndrome at its most stark at the end of a stripper's set. she'll be crawling towards you, and then as soon as the song stops, she's just picking up her underwear. What are you looking at, buddy? Can't they keep it going?
Ooh, I'm getting my underwear. I'm going back into the locker room. I'm crying inside.